Sports world is hitting pause indefinitely, and now we have just learned March Madness is canceled.
Yeah, tournaments and leagues all over the country are going to be canceled because of the coronavirus. The ACC suspending everything, including the tournament that was supposed to be happening in Greensboro, which will have multi-million-dollar impacts on that city.
And the NCAA is canceling all winter and spring championships, which of course includes March Madness.
All high schools as well across the state are suspending their sporting events, and several sports leagues are suspending or postponing their seasons altogether. Sports, a billion-dollar industry in the United States. These announcements are likely part of the reason the stock market closed way down today. The Dow Jones closed down more than 2,300 points, almost 10%. The biggest drop since the Black Monday crash in 1987. This despite action from the Federal Reserve and European Central Bank.
And we also know the U.S. Capitol and the White House are both closed to visitors right now. They may not reopen until April.
Disney just announced that it will close Disneyland in California on Saturday. That impacts the resort in Disney California Adventure in Anaheim. Hotels will stay open until Monday so guests can make travel arrangements if needed.
And all of this is happening as we learn there are 2 cases of COVID-19 in Forsyth County.
Yeah, there are now 15 coronavirus cases in the state. The majority is still in Wake County.
Governor Roy Cooper also is requesting all gatherings involving more than 100 people be postponed or canceled. And that includes events, festivals, even worship gatherings.
Yeah, a lot going on tonight. Team coverage on how the coronavirus is impacting people and events right here in the Piedmont Triad.
We'll hear from a local doctor and get the changes a local school district is making in just a moment. But first, we want to start out with what everyone is talking about, of course, the ACC tournament and March Madness canceled. Yeah,
Kenny Beck, Lauren Walsh as well at the Greensboro Coliseum tonight. First, Kenny, this has never happened before. What is it like out there?
Well, Brianna, Brandon, it's sad. As a sports fan, as a fan of college basketball, it makes your heart hurt that college basketball season is now over without conference championships and without the NCAA championships. No Selection Sunday, no upsets, no Cinderella, no Final Four, no one shining moment. It's not going to happen. Here at the Greensboro Coliseum, what we're seeing, an empty parking lot. This was certainly not the scene that we were expecting as recently as just a few days ago. If this was any other time at this venue and at venues all over the country, it would be filled with RVs, fans, teams in various gear from all over the region, people grilling out, having a great time, coming in to watch games, coming outside to watch games, hang out, talk college hoops. That is all over, and it's not just basketball. As you mentioned, essentially all of sport in America is on hold indefinitely. That includes the ACC men's basketball tournament, supposed to be the quarterfinals today. It's not happening. Let's go to Lauren Walsh. She is inside the Coliseum tonight with a look at what happened right before we hit the noon hour today. Lauren.
Well, Kenny, things happened very quickly here. As of just this morning, we thought we would be seeing ACC basketball games with empty seats. But now we're just seeing lots of empty seats. No more ACC tournament and no more NCAA tournament either, for that matter. This all happened in a span of 2 hours. Earlier today, the games were supposed to play, and that started with Clemson and Florida State in the first game of this quarterfinal round. Well, ACC Commissioner John Swofford came out and said the tournament is no more. Florida State will be the champion. But as we know, the NCAA then called everything off. So this is a very disappointing time for not only the players and teams, but also for the fans. And one NC State fan we spoke to said he took off from work today to try and come see the game, and he had a very strong opinion about all the cancellations.
Everybody's here. I think it's just crazy that they would have just canceled it. Like, you got to play it. No matter what you got to do, you got to play it. Play them all today. I don't know, but you just got to. I mean, Florida State didn't play a single game, and now they're the champions. So at least it's not Duke or Carolina.
A little joke there, but overall it's been a very somber mood here at the Greensboro Coliseum. And NC State and Duke were also scheduled to play today, 2 teams who certainly had hopes to play in March Madness. And we weren't able to talk to any of the players, but NC State's Devin Daniels said he feels like shedding a tear on Twitter. Trey Jones of Duke also took to Twitter and said it still doesn't feel real. We'd also like to let you know the MEAC tournament has called off the rest of play for the remainder of the tournament. tournament, as well as Winston-Salem State. There will be no athletics for the remainder of time as we know it. Reporting live from the Greensboro Coliseum, Lauren Walsh, WXII 12 News.
Lauren, thank you very much. Your heart breaks for sports fans. It breaks especially for the seniors on these teams. And it also breaks for the people who very much depend on these events happening to make a living. The economic impact from this, the number of fans, the amount of money they were expected to spend in the city of Greensboro and in other big cities all throughout the country the next couple of weeks on college basketball. That is all gone as well. In particular in Greensboro, we heard from folks with the Coliseum and from the Chamber of Commerce. They were expecting 100,000 fans for this tournament and the first couple of rounds of the NCAA tournament. Just from the ACC tournament alone, the expected economic impact, $18 million. They may have seen some of that. They got a couple of days in, but the big 3 days, quarterfinals, semifinals, and Saturday's championship, obviously those are gone. Restaurants, hotels, local businesses missing out on what could have been and should have been a big economic boost. As we mentioned, the Coliseum was also set to be a regional site this year. Men's NCAA tournament rounds of 64 and 32 were both slated to take place here. That is not happening either. As Lauren mentioned, as Brianna and Brandon mentioned, the NCAA canceling its men's and women's March Madness tournaments, as well as all of its spring championships as well. So we're talking the College World Series, men's and women's lacrosse, men's and women's tennis, everything in the spring. No championships there either. President Mark Emmert says he does not want NCAA events to contribute to the spread of coronavirus. This is having an impact at the professional, the collegiate, and also the high school level. We are hearing tonight from the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. The commissioner says this announcement was made to protect the community from the spread. The NBA suspended its season until further notice last night after a player on the Utah Jazz, Rudy Gobert, tested positive for coronavirus. Major League Baseball is suspending operations for at least 2 weeks. That means opening day will not be happening on time. And the ripple effect of that, minor league baseball season also starting late at best. That impacts the Winston-Salem Dash. That also impacts the Greensboro Grasshoppers. The NHL has pushed the pause button on this season, and even NASCAR. The announcement from auto racing tonight, races in Atlanta and Miami will still go on for now, but they will go on without fans. That was the announcement that we originally had here in Greensboro for the quarterfinals, semifinals, and championships of the tournament. We saw that they quickly backed away from that decision today and decided to cancel the whole thing. So the coronavirus is now impacting people who live here in the Piedmont Triad. We have 2 presumptive positive cases in neighboring Forsyth County. Of course, we're in Guilford County right now. There was a couple. They were on a cruise. They have tested positive. At this point, here is what we know: 15 presumed positive cases of COVID-19 in the state. Most of them are out in the Triangle in Wake County. There's also a single case that we know of in Johnston County, Chatham County, and Cabarrus County, as well as the 2 presumptive cases down in Mecklenburg County. Our team coverage continues now with Leanne Denyer. She is following the health angle of this from what school leaders are saying when it comes to making plans. A lot of people, a lot of moms and dads concerned. Should I send my son or daughter or both to school right now? Should we keep them home? What's the best path forward? Leanne. Beg your pardon, we're going to go to Kirsten Gutierrez. My mistake. Kirsten Gutierrez. She is continuing our team coverage, the school system piece. Kirsten.
Kenny, like you just mentioned, the 2 Forsyth County residents who tested positive for the virus. Now officials are just waiting for the results from the CDC to make sure that those are actually positive, not presumptive positive. Now, Forsyth County Public Health Director Joshua Swift says those 2 people are isolated in their home and are doing very well. Officials say they contracted COVID-19 while on a cruise, like you mentioned, where other travelers had tested positive. Swift says he's not releasing any other details at this time about the couple to protect their privacy. He says while there are presumably 2 cases in the county, people should not be worried and that the risk to contract the virus is low right now. And at this time, the department is focusing on finding out where the 2 have been and who they've been in contact with.
So every time we have a case, just like with other illnesses that we deal with on a daily basis, we identify the individuals, we isolate the individuals, and we do what's called contact tracing. For every illness that is different. With this illness, we are working with the State Department of Health and Human Services and the Division of Public Health to determine who those contacts were, and our staff are working with those 2 individuals to determine the contacts and reaching out to them.
Now, Swift says it usually takes 24 to 36 hours to get the results back from the CDC, but with such a high volume right now of test kits, he says it might take a little while longer. Now, the Forsyth County Board of Commissions says that they will have someone from the health department here every Thursday giving them updates on the coronavirus cases here in the county. Now, reporting live in Winston-Salem, I'm Kirsten Gutierrez, but I'm going to send things back to Kenny. Back to you.
Okay, Kirsten, thank you very much. We also heard from Guilford County school administrators regarding this coronavirus outbreak, how they are dealing with the potential spread of this virus. They are limiting right now out-of-state trips. That includes visits to border states, Virginia, Tennessee, South Carolina, places like that, ordering additional cleaning supplies and sanitizers. That's also going on right now. And there's also a 4-part plan for emergency preparation. Right now, administrators are only in the planning phase. There have not been any confirmed cases of coronavirus yet in Guilford County, just the 2 that we are aware of in neighboring Forsyth County. Many colleges and universities are also making big changes, a lot of them extending spring break and telling students essentially we would really prefer that you not return to campus after that. The remainder of the semester will be done online. You can find all of those details, whether you son or daughter, child, a friend, goes to a state institution or a private institution. That is all available on WXII12.com. Driving in on I-40 today, the billboards are still up. Welcome ACC basketball fans. The bunting, the signs are still up on light poles, on telephone poles. This is Tournament Town. It is truly remarkable to see how quickly the excitement of college basketball and sports this time of year, how quickly it has all gone away. Brandon, Brianna, send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Kenny, thank you so much. Remarkable, certainly a fitting word. Let's go to the national level now. The president is suspending most travel from Europe to the United States because of this virus.
Yeah, it starts Friday. It'll last for 30 days total, and this applies to people and cargo from all of Europe except the UK. U.S. citizens and green card holders are also exempt from the ban. The president also canceled his trip to Nevada and Colorado.
The president addressed the nation last night about the coronavirus, and the White House released several clarifications afterward. Coming up in just a few minutes, our Matt Pritchard will give us a fact-check report on the president's speech. You can find everything you need to know about this virus right now on WXII12.com. We have information up about what local cities and school districts are doing to fight this virus and the spread, which cruise lines are suspending operations, and an explanation of coronavirus, the symptoms, and what to do and when you should get tested.